What is up, guys? This is Apple Helper here with another video for you guys. Now I do apologize if my voice sounds weird because I am a little bit sick. Unfortunately, I'm down with a cold, but today I have a really special video for you guys, and it's basically how to run Windows 7 on your Mac OS X without having to boot camp. So just to show you, you have boot camp right here, and normally you would partition your hard drive and have that partitioned hard drive have Windows on it. Now you do need a disk for that, and unfortunately I don't have the installation disks for Windows 7 or 8. So there are a couple of alternatives. Now of course I'll have more videos on these alternatives, but one of them is using something called Parallels. Now it is a program that you use, and well, you install it and you use it, and basically it's a virtualization machine box, or just a virtualization machine, excuse me. And basically all it does is just it mimics a Windows 7. It works really well, and it's a very useful tool. Now unfortunately it is a trial. Now of course I'll have videos for that hopefully soon on how to crack this application. It's very good. Or I might have another video on another application that I know. I'm not going to specify in this video, but I'll just tell you about it in the next one, what it's called and everything. Of course, this will be in the descriptions, guys, and that's enough about the application. Let's get started on how to use it. So first things first is, let me just show you that it does work. This is what it looks like, and this is an application within it that's open. So I am using Windows 7 32-bit. So as you can see right here, here is my Windows 7 and all the applications with it. So it's really nice, and it works really well. As you see, I did modify my Xbox 360, the achievements for it, and yeah. So just to show you, this is Mac, oops, and this is Windows. Okay, so enough with that. Now I'm going to help you guys create basically a new one. So what you need to do is, first of all, you need to go into Parallels, and you need to hit File, and you need to hit New. Now of course for you guys, you won't have to do this, it'll automatically do it. Now as you can see here, you've got the new virtual machine. Now what you want to do, if you have, I mean, I wouldn't pick this option. I just go with this one: install Windows or another OS from DVD, or image file. Image file is the key right here. You need to go and download an image file from the internet. So you'll hit continue, of course. Now here is where you want to hit image file. As you can see, I already have one, but you'll hit choose. And just to warn you guys, it can slow down your computer just a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but it can slow it down because this is a virtualizing machine, so it eats up a bit of RAM. However, you just have to reboot your computer when you're not going to use the application anymore. And that'll basically reset your RAM back to whatever is the highest it goes up to. Okay, now let me try again. Okay. So mine is located in the desktop and you need to scroll down, and there it is. Now this is the file used. It's called X15-65804. X15 stands for Windows 7, ISO is the Windows file. So as you can see, I would select it, and then you hit continue. Now, of course, I'm not going to go through all of the settings and all that stuff. Now, just uncheck this, and you go, just because you don't have the product key, so just uncheck that. And then you would hit, of course, like a PC, and then you would name it, and then you'd put it where you want, and then you check this box. Okay. And the box I just checked was basically you get to customize your settings before. Now, as you can see, here's where you do some customizations. Here's where you can do up to Windows 8 even. So that's really cool. You could go Linux. Now you got a lot of Linux and all this cool stuff. So as of course for me, I did 7. CPUs, just keep it at 1. I know you have 4, but just keep it at 1, okay? Now that's just so your computer won't slow down, and it's just to balance things out. Now I know it says it right here, recommended, so between 512 to 1.5 gigabytes. Just ignore that, just go up to 2 gigabytes. So let me explain actually more about this. Okay. Let me explain something to you guys. One of the things you want to do, and this is probably the most important part, actually I can do it right here, is right here. How memory. As you can see, I have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, so that means I have 2 slots in my Mac, so 2 gigabytes per slot. Now, what that means is I have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now, if you only have 2, I actually don't even recommend you try to get PC working on your computer, because if you only have a gigabyte for your own machine to work off of, then it's going to be extremely hard for your machine to perform well, because it won't have much breathing space and all that stuff. So I suggest that you get up to 4 or 8 gigabytes. That way you can have, for example, if you have 8 gigabytes, you'll have 4 gigabytes for your virtual machine. And for me, I'll have 2 because I have 4. So 2 gigabytes is quite a bit of RAM, so that's pretty good. So with that said, just go up to 2 right here, and just don't worry about this message. Just hit change, and don't mess around too much in these options because they're not really, I don't know, for you to mess around with, okay? If you're an advanced user or something like that, or you really feel comfortable with this, go ahead and mess around with this stuff, but I wouldn't, and so one thing though, under the advanced setting here for options, just hit auto so the mouse stuff doesn't get weird. Now here I just have it like this, but you could, I don't know, this is up to your choice. Okay, so hardware is where we want to go next. This is probably the most important place as well. Uncheck floppy disk, okay? Uncheck it. You don't need a floppy disk. Now, as for USB and all this other stuff, you're good. However, for hard disk, this is where you want to be able to get stuff, you know, sorry, basically for a hard disk, you want to be able, C64, this is where you can change the amount you want to use for this machine, okay, for Windows 7. So you hit edit. There might be a little message that comes up saying like this, just ignore it, hit OK. What you want to do, guys, is the minimal I suggest is right here, 30 gigabytes, okay? So once again, guys, you're going to have to go into your machine and figure out how much memory you have. Just doing that, you just go up here, the Apple, about this Mac, more info, storage. Okay, right here. 144 gigabytes is how much I have out of the 319. So if you're gonna really be using this for a lot of things for the Windows 7, I suggest you go up more than 30 gigabytes. If you're gonna be doing a lot, I suggest you go up to about 75 gigabytes. Lowest is 30. Now, just to explain to you guys, that does not mean that 30 gigabytes of your hard drive is taken away. That's not what it. This basically means that you're borrowing. So pretend that your primary hard drive has, like for me, 320 gigabytes, okay? Now, pretend this is like money, okay? If these other applications that are going to mimic another platform are going to borrow, okay? They're going to borrow 30 points, okay? 30 points. And that doesn't mean it's going to take it away. What it really means is that it has 30 gigabytes of available memory. So it's going to look like you bought a laptop with 30 gigabytes. But that's not true. And so basically, you're going to say, let your computer take 30 gigabytes and reserve it just specially for Windows 7. If you go over 30 gigabytes, that's okay. That's totally okay. It's not going to do anything bad, okay? Now, the reason I keep it at 30 gigabytes is because Windows 7 has a lot of updates, so, you know, it's going to use quite a bit of it. So that's why I suggest you are in the range of around 30 gigabytes to 75 or more if you want. Now, as you can see, guys, right here, you got the expanding disk, okay? Now, for expanding disk, you do not want to mess with any of these guys. Just keep it at this, okay? But you want to keep this at expanding disk. Do not change it, because that means if you, like here it says 64 gigabytes. If you go over 64 gigabytes, it's not going to try to resize your hard drive, which you could lose data, okay? So just keep it at expanding, and that's okay. Now, don't mess around with any of this stuff. And yeah, okay, there you go. So once you're all done with all of this stuff, you just hit X and you're ready to go. and it'll give you a memory, and it'll say hit continue. Now obviously I'm not gonna do that because um, well, I don't, because I already have one. So basically what will happen at that point is um, okay, there you go, sorry. So basically after you get it all installed, you're going to go through some process. It'll be all, easy to follow. There really shouldn't be any problems, and it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be about an hour to an hour and a half of getting Windows installed. You'll go through the main basic procedures. It's all uh, very self-explanatory. So, and just let me know, guys, if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And one thing to warn you guys is this video is actually for more the advanced users with computers, because as you see, I'm not going through every step because I assume you know what you're going to be doing. I'm just kind of helping you, making sure these are the right steps. So once you get to this screen, as you see right here, this will be your Windows screen. Of course, you can customize most of the settings. Most of the applications you open, just hit Express Setup, and that means it'll just do the default settings and all that. If you want to take the time, go ahead and hit Customize Settings. After that, guys, you'll have to restart your Windows computer. That doesn't mean your entire computer or the program, just the machinery part of it will have to be restarted, just because of the settings that take place, okay? For the Windows computer is just all the normal stuff on Windows 7. So that's the other thing, guys. I hope you're familiar with Windows 7. I'm familiar with both platforms, OS X and the Windows. So it's important that you're familiar with it in order to do this correctly. Okay, and then once really, that's all you have to do. And of course, you can go and install stuff, do all this good stuff you want. As you can see, you see my area already and all that stuff. And yeah, so just to show you my computer, it has 17 gigabytes free. So as I made mine 30 gigabytes. Now it doesn't mean that it's gonna go all exactly 30 gigabytes, but it's really close. It's close enough, 29.9. So I've only used about, what is it, 29, 19, like around 13 gigabytes. So as you can see, it's quite a bit just to get everything going. So you're only left with about 17 gigabytes of your own. But 17 gigabytes should be quite a bit of memory, guys. I just hope you're not like, you know, using it for a ton of other stuff. Um, Other than that, you should be good to go. And yeah, I hope this is all good for you. Now, just what I clicked on, this is what that ISO file looks like right here. This one right here. Now, just to show you guys on the internet. Okay. Sorry, this is from my school page. Okay, so what you do is you're going to hit Google. Okay, I'm going to hit Google. And what's going to happen, you're going to type in ISO Windows 7, oops, Professional 32. This is the bit. Now you're going to go, this is, oops, sorry, not this website, I'm trying to find it, which one I used. You can do a torrent. This might be it. Anyway, as you can see, you got your, remember, English 32-bit, and you can download from this website. It's not the website I used, but it's good enough, and this is actually the place you want to go. So once again, you go down here, I'll have this in the descriptions, and this is where you're going to download it. Mine was a DMG file. Let me see if it'll work. Make sure it's a DMG file if you're using it, or sorry, an ISO file. Anyway, that's all you do for that, and it takes about an hour or so for it to download. Mine was about 2.5 gigabytes, so it was a pretty large file. Now, as far as for Parallels, oops, you want to create an account with them so you have something to work off. When you get to this area, just tap on Parallels right here. Okay, and then you just hit My Account, you sign in, do all that stuff. Now, that's all there really is. You have to get a trial. Now, this is probably a good one to just start and see if you like it or not. You can buy it if you want, but I'll have another video on just basically another application that is free and it doesn't have any trials or upgrades or stuff like that. I'll have this all in the description, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and give me some feedback on what you think of this, because I think it's important that you give me some feedback on my videos, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you understand on how to do this. Just go ahead and review any part of the video again if you need any help, and I'm sorry that I sound really weird because I'm sick. Other than that, have a great day, guys, and enjoy your 14 or 15 days of Windows 7. Alright, peace out, guys.